Last time, the combat continued. The gang fought against the Breggy monster, and in the process, Wyatt's mind shattered, introducing us to Jesse, a byproduct of Wyatt's fractured psyche. After things settle down, they get acquainted with their new friend and hit the road. They eventually find their way to the black monolith, where inside, waiting for them, is the black artifact. George took the relic and used its power to shatter the door that was blocking their exit, and the toll of such power was the loss of his arm. Let's see how this all shakes out now. Exit the Guncheon contains themes not suitable for all audiences. Themes such as self-harm, mental illness, death, gore, child endangerment, and the feeling of utter meaninglessness in a cruel and callous universe. There's also swears. If you're uncomfortable with any of those subjects, this may not be the show for you. Additional content warnings can be found in the description. If you're sticking along for the ride, enjoy. Hello everyone, welcome to The Guncheon, your new favorite podcast about the goings-ons of a mysterious interdimensional dungeon. Here in Season 2, we're following 4 cultists as they try to escape the dungeon alive. I have to ask, how is everyone feeling about the toll of the adventure so far? Are you feeling it?
The toll of the journey?
Are you asking Wyatt or are you asking Jesse?
I'm asking everyone. I'm just asking the group.
We don't like it.
You're asking
things
me,
are
the
happening.
human person? I'm actually having a great time. I mean, I know Isaac died, but Lamau.
Happens to the best of us.
Yeah.
I like it. I like, I liked reading what's it called, the Electric State, and then bringing our own. I couldn't think of an adventure in the Electric State, and then we got this. This is going crazy.
And speaking of the Electric State, let's play that game, but first we have to introduce our cast, starting with George. Tell us about yourself.
George, the devotee of the group, the most knowledgeable of the Gunch cult at this point, or maybe was to start with. George is an avid dreamer. He doesn't have it on him anymore, but he used to keep a dream journal and would, try and interpret dreams for others. Not like a con or anything. That was just something that he would do to pass the time. Just like a hobbyist dreamer, I would say.
And Wyatt/Jesse?
Yeah. So I did a fact for Wyatt last, so I'm doing Jesse, because that's a new development, and that's always fun. Jesse has sandy blonde hair, or had sandy blonde hair as a kid. That kind of just carried on through his life. Also, he's a Gemini. There's some fun stuff for you to know about him.
Checks out.
Yeah. Where Wyatt is the aggressive and confident decision maker, Jesse is the one who will probably allow his flight instinct to kick in 90% of the time, just on self-preservation alone.
Rad. Angelo.
Yeah, so Angelo is surprisingly pretty easygoing for being a ex-street rat. He carries around with him a Walkman that he likes to listen to his 90s and early 2000 jams on.
Big fan of music. And Isaac.
Hello. Fun fact about Isaac. A couple fun facts, actually. I'll give his zodiac sign as well. He is a Libra. Shouts out to all my Libras. I'm not a Libra. On top of that, he also would collect bugs. Loves bugs. Got a bug on his little shirt, but he would collect bugs and keep them in those little plastic dollar store terrariums or whatever they're called. Where you put them in and they come with a little cheap magnifying glass to see the bugs better. He would collect them and then let them loose in Jude's room.
Classic.
Typical
More
little
Jude
brother.
lore.
And let's get into what we did last session. You all awoke from your dreams, while Isaac didn't. After some time, Isaac abruptly awoke and Angelo passed out. Once again, after some time, Angelo awakes as well, and you hit the road once again. During your travels, you encounter one Brandon Reyes, someone else trying to escape the Guncheon. Though, after spending time trying to help him repair a flat tire, you all get suspicious of him and what he was hiding. After getting access to the trunk, thanks to Isaac, a creature jumps out and attacks Angelo. After a brief fight, you get a chance to make a break for it, though Brandon and the other gooified person merge into one, becoming a giant beast. Isaac does his best to dispatch the beast, but Wyatt stepped in and cast his spell, Scorched Flesh, but doing so took an immense toll on his mind, fracturing it into 2 personalities. We were then introduced to Jesse, and you all made your way to the black monolith, where inside you discover the black artifact. Upon grabbing it, George has a vision, and once he uses the stone, it has the power to obliterate the wall and create a new exit for you to leave out of. But the power of destruction was too strong for a mere man to handle, and the shock from the blast obliterated his arm as well. We are going to be picking up inside the monolith. George's arm was just obliterated, turning into pure nothingness, a cauterized empty void covering the wound where his upper arm met his elbow. But you are now in possession of the green and the black stone. Game on. Wyatt, start your timer.
And we're rolling out of the tower, right? I busted open the tower door here.
And just for reference to when that orb fell, I went back to him, picked it up.
Yes.
So I have the green and the black in my pocket.
Yeah, and just, Angelo, be careful with that, and I will gesture my shoulder up. I don't know. Yeah.
Wyatt's like trying to
hurting
put like
you,
a
George?
tournicket on there just to be sure. He's got his belt wrapped around it and like trying to wrap it around the blown off portion.
And no pain, or what? Am I okay?
Yeah, does
No,
it hurt?
it really doesn't hurt, but you feel the sensation of your arm, or you feel the lack of sensation. You have that ghost feeling of like, this is
Phantom limb.
I've used these muscles for my entire life, and it's not there anymore.
It's also almost like a phantom pain.
Yeah, Metal Gear.
Do you still have it in the astral plane? So I'm sorry about your arm.
I'm not sure. Let's find out, and I'll take a moment.
This is interesting. You enter the astral plane and you look at your arm, and it appears as though your arm is gone, and even your soul, a piece of your soul is missing. A piece
I'm like
of
a little
what
more
made you
like
whole
see-through,
is now gone.
like a little more transparent in there too. Like, oh man. So I'm gonna come back and say, yeah, that arm is it's gone. It's exited the Guncheon.
What?
You said that almost as if
Roll
we were all
credits.
supposed to know what you were supposed to like. Are you
What do you mean?
I got a
I thought it was pretty
nosebleed.
clear.
are you okay?
Anyway, look, I'm not sure we have that much time. Having this artifact with us is certainly to bring more trouble than the green stone. And
Yeah,
again, Angelo, be so careful. It takes. It only takes.
All right, I'll be careful. I'll be sure. It may not even work outside the spire, just like the green one doesn't. But we should get moving. We got one spire left, and we still got to figure out where we're going to find the red artifact.
That's right.
All right. Well, that's
Wyatt, you're feeling all right? We look into his eyes to see is Wyatt present? Or?
Obviously feeling more. I mean, obviously I'm feeling better than you are at this moment. I have all my limbs intact, so I'm doing great by comparison.
There are other things.
Are you okay?
I still have. We're good. Thanks for checking in.
Okay.
Shall we reduce tension? He's not going to say it out loud. He's not going to say it out loud. He's going to. That's me.
Do we just reduce some of this tension? Honestly, I think tension is probably at sort of like a level right now where it's going to be hard to think rationally and reduce anything. I think we are where we are right now.
Yeah,
Adrenaline's pumping. Let's go.
You just blew a hole into a wall and subsequently blew your damn arm off. So that's a little.
I bet it was really awesome in the sound design. I actually haven't gotten there for the background, but I bet that was really cool if you're listening.
I bet you did something like this big, and then there's a bunch of crumbling dust afterwards, and it's
kind of like a reverse. Yeah.
And you can feel it's going in.
Right.
It's just a sand trombone.
It's a sound clip for a joke they won't understand until they get here.
Time is not linear.
I might throw some reverb on there and throw it in the background. A little Easter egg for those of you. Go back and listen. I bet you'll hear it.
Out of context YouTube shorts.
So, you guys are leaving this model?
Yeah, let's go.
There we go.
All right, you walk out, and just like before, no flesh mounds outside, and the light, or I guess the negative light, the nothingness emanating from this tower is no longer doing so. It is just a tower now.
All right, George, I think you should ride in the sidecar since you can't hold on to Wyatt.
Not as grippable.
Sure. Excuse me, Isaac.
Come on in. The seat's all warm.
Thank you. Is it? Are you like a?
Why is the seat warm?
Are you warm? Is Isaac warm?
It's not. It's certainly exactly
ice
the temperature outside.
Bitter cold. There's no seat
Isaac
warmers
thought
on
he
this?
farted into the seat, but he didn't really do anything.
Well, thanks, Isaac. Just make sure I don't go flying off.
I'll hold on. Extra tight.
There's a seatbelt if you want to put it on. But Isaac, can you help him get the other side?
You're basically asking if you don't want to be cool anymore.
Oh, you think
Put a
seatbelts aren't
seatbelt
cool?
on?
Seatbelts
Says a
are
lot
cool.
about you. Says a lot
Wear
about you.
Wear your
your
seatbelts.
seatbelts.
Wear your seatbelts. Wear helmets. Actually, that's something that we haven't established. Is you guys aren't wearing helmets, which could at any time lead to your downfall. And that might be how the game ends.
Wyatt has one, so.
This is just a motorcycle safety ad?
Canonically,
I thought we were building a story here.
Isaac will reach across you to clip you in and then say,
Thank you.
Seatbelts, so we can be safe.
That's
Dora.
copyright. Actually, we can't say
fuck.
that.
You're not legally distinct. I had a voice modulator on. It's legally distinct.
That's true. Sure, it is legally distinct, and the legally distinct motorcycle turns on. You guys head off.
Off-brand.
Legally distinct motorcycle.
As you drive, the road continues. You begin to see some transitioning in the geography once again, as you are kind of in more of an arid, desert-esque climate. Snow begins to peek through in patches on the edges of the road, until eventually you are in a snow-covered landscape. And once again, you are seeing giant mounds of flesh, but this time they are even larger, and they appear to have gained some sort of bipedal aspect to them, where they are still massive mounds of flesh, but they are now trudging on 2 feet, with every step bits and pieces falling off of them, as then those smaller pieces chase after and try to rejoin the larger cluster of flesh. Going further beyond, a chain link fence begins to peer over the horizon with barbed wire across the top. Fence stretches beyond the horizon in both directions, and as you approach even closer, you see a small building and a barricade covering the entire road. What do we do?
So the
Those
barricade's
flesh mounds are unrelated to what we're doing, right? That's not because of us.
I don't know.
Friends?
I'm not sure.
I don't think so. At least they're slow, so I don't think they could catch us on the motorcycle.
Yeah, but they're
As
starting to
long
get
as we can
legs,
help them,
though.
I guess.
Well, maybe these are all, like pieces of the Gunchpot and this dungeon.
It seems we do appear to have some more control over what is happening in the Guncheon as well. I mean, Angelo, you've had possessed the power of the stone, one of the relics, as have I, and it clearly gives abilities beyond what we would expect outside. And ever since we moved from place to place, the world around us is changing. And perhaps as we go forward, we'll be able to have some effect on that change.
Perhaps you are right, but we need to get to that blue tower, so it looks like we have to get through this station first.
Looks like some security. Wyatt, should we pull ahead, I guess?
Master Supreme. You said it covered the entire road in front of us? Like it was like a visible
Yes.
barrier, like it just blocked everything? Okay. So yeah, Wyatt will nod to George, be like, yeah, I think we should probably approach with caution. Maybe do it on foot just in case we don't get, ambushed by anything again. Like some stranger next to a car, needing some sort of repair or something.
Last time it might have been beneficial to be closer to the motorcycle, I will say, for a getaway.
We'll see.
But
So either way, we
you're the
gotta
security
look.
officer. I leave that in your hands.
Yeah. So I would say that Wyatt would get about like 15 feet from the barricade as well with the bike, and then go the rest of the way.
Get off and walk.
And get off and walk to investigate more closely.
Okay, approaching, getting closer. So it's just kind of this little station. Again, the chain link fence is connected to this building. You once again see kind of pipes running into it and a little neon sign up top that says customs. And approaching the barricade, it is covered in this writhing, wriggling, tenderly flesh. Not dissimilar to the machine that our old friend Bart was strapped to earlier in the adventure. As you sort of walk up, a security officer of some kind steps out. He's got this huge, burly mustache, really short-cut hair, but he has like a nice little hat on that says Captain on top. And he waves at you, and he points at your bike. He's kind of like, he's kind of yelling at you, but you're still far enough away that you don't really hear exactly what he's saying. You can't really make it out, but he like points at your bike and then points at the barricade and is like,
Yeah, we're supposed to ride up to the barricade, I assume. We're
Yeah.
15 feet away from him. I don't know why I can't hear him. He looks like he's shouting, but he must be whispering.
He's probably one of those guys that like thinks they're talking loudly, but he's actually just like mumbling or something,
Oh, Captain Mumbles over here.
Yeah.
So shall
we
we
don't
grab
have
the bike,
anything illegal in our motorcycle or in the setup bags, right?
Were
Like-
you a cop?
No, I'm asking just in case if we need to hide anything. The cop
I'm
is
not
over
sure.
there, by the way.
I'm not sure the laws of the exterior world really apply here. It's impossible for us to say what he might be looking for.
Artifacts, might be illegal.
Okay.
Well,
How quickly can I go into and out of the astral plane?
Pretty quick.
Could I just check and see if he's got a blue aura surrounding him in the same way that the waitress at the diner did before?
yes. So you go into the astral plane. Not only do you notice that he has a blue air aura, but all of the flesh mounds in the distance do as well.
So I'll just pop back and I'll say in the same way that the woman in the diner had an aura, he does have this time a blue aura. And if we recall, the woman at the diner, she was very much interested in the artifacts. I think Isaac was onto something here, actually. Good idea, Isaac. Maybe, Angelo, is there some way we can conceal these? Have you any expertise in that?
Seal them?
Conceal, like
Conceal.
hide them
Well,
away.
they're in my pocket. He's not gonna go in my pockets.
They never check there. You're right.
Yeah. I won't
the
let
last
him
place
in my
they'd
pocket.
look.
Angelo's privilege is showing. Never been pulled over once. Was there I'm joking, guys. It's fine.
Isaac, do you have any pockets?
Yeah, I can put it in my pockets with all my other stuff.
Might be a little secure as well, for obvious reasons to Angelo and Wyatt, but not so much to Isaac.
Well, because they would never search a kid, right? Why would a kid have anything illegal?
I mean, that is a point, but
Yeah, but we're just moving
Personally-
it from pocket to pocket. How about we go up to him and find out
All
what
right.
this all is? Where
Maybe we can do like something like a sleight of hand of some kind.
oh yeah, I could do sleight of
Do
hand.
it. All right, let's talk to him. I guess let's walk up.
yeah, we just grab the bike
You're
up.
walking up or are you rolling up?
We're rolling the bike up. Because it would look very suspicious just getting off the bike to walk up to where he pointed at the motorcycle and tells us to go. So we're going to go up with the bike.
Okay, so you slowly drive the motorcycle up to the barricade, and this guy steps out fully kind of up to the bike and is like, "Hi there, this is Reality Customs. We have to ensure you do, in fact, exist within this plane of existence to let you continue on. But it's nothing to worry about there. Just a simple test will do you. You don't even have to leave your vehicle." And he is going to eyeball Isaac. He's going to look at Isaac. He's going to say, "Well, that is a neato toy you got there," pointing directly at Isaac. "That is why the toy makers make the big bucks, you know what I'm saying? But anywho, just going to have to give you each a brief inspection." And he's going to pull out a gun. But it's a water gun. And he's going to walk up to the driver's side of the vehicle first to Wyatt. He says, "First, I have to ask, do you consent to this test?"
Okay, but here's the thing. You're the one administering the test, but how do I know that you're real?
"Oh, I've done the test."
How am I supposed to know that? I just got here. Like, do you have
Yeah,
your results?
This is the Reality Customs.
You're just stating a phrase as if it's fact. That's not objectively.
There's nothing that I can do if you don't take the test. I can't let you through.
I'll
Wyatt,
consent to the test.
You know what? That's a great idea, actually. Do you have your results? If not, you'll have to take the test first before we consent to it.
I'll consent.
Damn it, Angelo, I'm trying to...
If this guy here if he is consenting, I can do him first, and you can see the results, and then make your decision. But
That still
I do
doesn't
have
answer
to
my
do
question
all,
of
I
whether
do
or
have to
not
do
you're
all
real.
three of you.
I guess. Fine. Sure.
They don't.
Still
they
don't...
expect
I don't
children.
think you're real, but fine.
He's gonna squirt Angelo with the squirt gun.
But what's in it? Could be lemon juice
That would be
Well-
terrible.
that burns.
For a brief moment in real time, Angelo's eyes go fully white, and he experiences this. We're doing another thing. Let's go. Okay, so super quick. So even though it's just for a second on the outside, when you get sprayed with this stuff, you black out and you wake up in darkness. But when you wake up, your eyes clear, your vision's clear. Through the haze, in this empty, dark void, Porgstop is sitting in front of you. And she goes,
Oh, you must be going through interdimensional customs. I've been doing some manipulation in the Guncheon. I'm sorry, I know it's a hassle. But you are on track to getting to the final monolith. So, I'm very excited for the future, and I hope that you make good on your promises to me.
I will, Porgstop. What did this captain spray me with?
It was just a little bit of this dimensional essence. It's of my own design, and it's really just to ensure that I am in control.
I see. And so we're headed to the blue monolith right now. Where are we supposed to find the red artifact?
Oh, it is closer than you think.
I see.
and you are going to snap awake.
Did you pass inspection?
And so again, everything that Angelo just experienced happened within a split second, and you see his eyes go white, and then they recover, and the guy looks at the gun, kind of like looks at the profile of it, and he says, "All right, you exist within this reality.
Yeah,
Congratulations."
I sure do. Thank you.
Angelo, are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just bugged out for a second, but I am real. I'm in this reality and currently stuck in the Guncheon.
No other name either. No other
It's still
personality.
Angelo.
All right.
I'm hitting X for doubt because
All your limbs as well attached.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Okay. Well, don't show them off.
So how are we feeling?
Yeah.
We ready for the next guy? Next of you?
Certainly.
Mr. Driver, would you like to go first?
Sure.
All right, and he's going to squirt you with it.
That's Mr. Driver to you.
That's Mr. Jarryd, you god damn it.
But the same exact thing happens. For you guys, just within a split second, his eyes go completely glossed over, and then he snaps back. But, Wyatt, you experience this. So, in this moment, everything goes black. Your vision completely goes dark. And then you awake in a void. And looking back at you is Jesse. Floating in between the two of you is the blue stone. Without skipping a beat, you both kind of nod at one another, and you clasp like Predator, you know? The Predator
Yeah,
clasp
yeah.
with the stone in between the two of your palms.
Okay.
This crushes the stone, exploding it out and waking you up.
Okay.
And once again, our officer here takes a peek at the gun. He says, "All right, congratulations, you are part of this reality. And there's one more of you.
Yep.
All right, have fun." And he's gonna squirt you in the face.
No!
Same exact thing that Wyatt and Angelo experienced happens. And George, you experience this. So your vision goes dark, and you awake in a void. However, you see the Gunchpot, who appears to you in a suit, and he speaks. He says,
Hey there, you're doing quite well. I have so much faith that you will continue to serve me well, even though there are those amongst you who plan to do me harm. Hell, even this entire situation you are currently in is not by my design. But I need to know, Can I count on you?
You know my price.
So, not what I expected you to say.
He's flustered. I'm sorry. Look.
I know the voice is still on, but okay, I'm aware of the ultimate price that you seek, but I can't offer more. I need to know that you won't be swayed.
You can trust it. You can trust me.
I knew that you were pure of heart, and your loyalty deserves to be rewarded. There is a power dwelling deep in you. It isn't mine, but I can unlock it.
And he is going to wave his hand, and your brand is going to begin to glow blue.
But now you must be going.
He waves his hand again, and you wake up. Okay, so we're back. Officer looks at his gun. He says, "Congratulations there. You are part of this reality. And I believe, unless you got somebody stuffed in the trunk, that is all from you. We can allow you to pass through here now."
What about our motorcycle? Is it in this reality?
Yeah, give it a spray.
Well, I guess I could. He's gonna take the squirt gun and he's gonna squirt the bike and nothing happens.
The headlights briefly
Very
illuminate.
weak of mind.
And then
Very weak of mind. Border security. You just did.
Is it?
What?
it becomes
What are you-
sentient.
Can you go away in a call with yourself?
Yeah, go do the vision with the bike. You forgot.
you have
the
to go-
vision.
It's more
yeah.
of a, it's, he just looks at the gun and he says, "Well, that's not really what it tests for. It's more of testing your soul and making sure it's linked to this reality, and the bike does not have a soul. So now you know that for certain."
More of a plot.
What
device, you would say.
what about our toy in the sidecar? Does it have a soul?
We just
Want me to
established
check?
that. No, inanimate objects don't have souls. We just established that with the bike. So ignore my friend. He's a little taken aback.
I really want Isaac to roll a wit here.
All right.
And if Isaac fails this roll, he must say something.
All right.
He's like 10. I mean, he's got to say, 10-year-olds
Yeah,
cannot
he's,
keep it cool with the cops. They're always saying, like, my mom, like, spanked me or something. Just, like, the most random crap in the backseat.
CPS pulls up.
Yeah. They're just like,
I just disagree.
I have a
think
gun!
he would
Like,
be quiet.
Isaac
I think
is
he's
like-
scared. I think he's
Oh,
scared.
scared?
He would be quiet, but yeah.
totally fair.
I speak no fucking pig.
Any assistance can we offer? Can we offer any assistance?
Like what?
Yeah, so I got no sixes.
Did you push?
So, no, I guess not.
Well, I was just a little flavor for if you do push and then succeed.
Yeah, all right. Well, you know what? I did. So
Okay,
great
so
success.
I just like to think that Isaac kind of goes under his breath, and the guy's like, "So wait, so you want me to test this? So you want me to test this thing, or
We're
you
good.
guys-
We're ready to go.
It seemed like you
yeah.
guys were ready. You kind of just wanted to get through this, so you can just go ahead and get through this if you need to.
Go right, thanks, bye.
You're
And
on
then
your way. Yeah, so he's gonna like clear the barricade for you, and you will be on your way. Yippee!
How fast do we
Angelo,
drive? Can we?
what the hell
can
was
I
that?
communicate?
I don't know. What does your bike say? Speed of 3? Speed of 2?
oh shit, I probably should.
Whatever that
So
means.
we're going speed 2.
I don't think we
Speed
ever.
3, you're going speed
we never discussed the stats of the bike.
Yeah, because it hasn't been relevant.
Yeah, we've just been using it as a fast travel system, like Skyrim.
Yeah, and I think it works for the most part. But you guys keep on the road then.
Although we do have flames on it, so it probably gives like
There's
a plus
flames,
2 to it.
That's
so
that is why the bike normally would be a 2, especially with the sidecar
Right.
weighing it down. But the flames give it that extra.
yeah.
So again, as you traverse this snowy landscape, continuing on your drive, the blue monolith approaches. As you get closer and closer, it appears to be made of some sort of glass, like a modern-day skyscraper, and it is just as massive as the previous 2. You approach, and you can park if you'd like.
Anyone got any quarters for the meter?
Technically.
Looks like there's
but-
an app. Looks like there's an app we can download. Anyone?
See, this is why I hate technology, because then you have to download an app. You have to
scan
use
the
it once
QR
or
code.
twice. then you get marketing emails and all this other bullshit.
You save 5 cents on the parking, but is it worth it?
I
And
mean,
then
no,
the
not the
numbers.
pain and suffering.
The numbers on the parking spots are always worn away, so you can't even really tell which spot you have to pay for.
So you have to walk down to the next one, the next stupid sign, and then that one's also worn out.
So I assume we spend 3 hours looking for a place to park, and then
Yes, it is now dusk
it's
as you find a place to park.
son of a
Everyone's just exhausted.
just mad at each other. Like, hey, we're just
There's one, and you can see the number. 69.
Nice.
It's $20.
Not nice.
It's not- wait,
I
but it's not
know my
currency. The previous money we've used, it's dollars, U.S. dollars, not currency, not ambiguous currency from the other episode.
Yes, it's 20 USD.
USD's nuts.
Oh,
Got
let's get
him.
in there. Economically speaking, I will say, look, when I was blasted with the reality gun, whatever you would call that, I did have a vision, and my tattoo did blow glue that may portend something that's about to happen with the blue tower.
But wasn't that the same arm that got blown off?
In the vision, the brand glowed. I actually don't
Hold-
recall
hold.
whether there was
Pause. You were supposed to get this.
a text.
Yeah, you were supposed to get text. I forgot to send it to you. That's my bad.
It appears that if I had a vision that had a bunch of texts, also some
So you
things.
have the understanding of what your tattoo means now.
Yes, it looks like I have this vivid imagination, as my arm says here. It looks like I'll have some abilities to help us in a tight spot. This is interesting. This will get us out of a bind in a situation when we're outnumbered. It appears to have some kind of summoning capability, the vivid imagination. But either way, we should be careful going forward. And Angelo, just know use of that stone comes at a heavy cost.
I got it, George. I'm not gonna blow my arm off.
The arm I'm all right
Really?
without. It's the other impacts. There's
I get
there's
it.
another
You're all
component.
right now.
Because he lost his left arm.
How much sanity do we lose for that?
It's gonna be a D.
D4.
It's gonna be a D hundo.
Diondo.
We must have been playing for a half an hour, right? What is your time you're at?
Right now.
Wait, really?
Right now is when it happens.
Well, good thing we're not driving. Oh, I guess good thing we've parked.
Yeah.
We're already parked, and
You are parked, but have you paid for the parking?
Wyatt was in the process of doing it on his phone and not being happy about the fact
Now he
that
doesn't know the
You don't have
password
a
that he just
phone.
created because it's the different.
Then how do I have American $75? How does that work? Huh?
Well, you have the money. You have currency in your inventory, but you don't have a phone in your inventory.
Oh,
I just assumed
Yeah,
because
I think we just risked the
Oh my
tow
gosh.
or the ticket.
Oh yeah, okay, because you're gonna go ahead and try and walk to the next tower.
Well, I don't know where. Well, one, there's not a next,
Pay attention to the environment, mind you. Like we just came from like a desert thing.
and also
Now
there's
we're
not a
in-
parking meter or there's not a parking officer around here.
I mean,
there's a meter.
that's true. Is it Sunday?
Takes
maybe
bills.
Maybe they don't ticket.
then
us.
why the hell did we go and try to scan a QR code with a non-existent phone?
This is why it
don't
took
know
us
why
so
you
long
did
to
that.
find a parking
You just
spot.
let us do it, you son of a bitch.
All right, all this integral conversation.
All right, well I
Aside.
pulled the 20 into the damn meter. Then if that's the case, Jesus Christ,
All right, it dings and it says you have 2 hours.
that's not nearly enough time. That's never
All right,
enough
let's-
time. Why is it only 2 hours?
Let's get this orb and get out of here. We have.
Do I get a receipt? Like, is there a sticker
An
I
hour
have to put on
59
the
remaining.
motorcycle, or what's going on?
No.
This is bullshit.
All right, let's roll.
I don't
part
have
in
proof of
front of me.
purchase. Like, what if something
Classic.
happens? You know, like Ghostbusters.
We put 20 US American dollars inside of a physical meter head.
You bet.
Yes.
Listen, I don't mean to I don't mean to blow my cover as an op, but it's usually coins.
Look, it accepted the 20.
The Guncheon is mysterious.
Yes. Do not question the Guncheon.
You know what? I hadn't considered that. You're right. That's right.
Of all the things that we would question, it would be a meter. So, like, we just got scanned to make sure we're part of this reality. We're like, what the fuck is with this meter bullshit?
You know what? Yeah, we did not put that much of a fight up for that.
We did. Like, oh, you choose the water gun? Sure.
The water gun somehow reveals that we are a part of this reality. Yeah, that logic makes sense.
Yeah.
$20 in a meter head? No. What the fuck?
Nah,
we have
fuck
to discuss
that.
this for 15 minutes.
How long have
We
we been
do.
in here? The
I mean, it
inflation
took
is
us 3
too
hours to
much.
find the space.
Eldritch
Yeah, it was
horror
an empty
is
lot
really.
too, which is crazy.
We just
The only
spent
people
so
here.
much roleplay time on finding a parking space and paying for it.
It's just like the door situation.
That's postmodern for you. So you guys are gonna enter the.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
After much
Walk up
deliberation.
to the tower.
So you walk up, and it is a 21st century automatic sliding door. You approach, and it just opens up.
All right.
This is Gunchpot on the outside.
Keep our wits about us, everybody. There's always something dangerous happening with these.
All right.
You enter. Sitting in the middle of fairly nice looking lobby area is a reception desk, and there is 3 bells sitting on the desk, and there's a sign that says ring 1.
Is there a candy bar?
Sure.
Yes. Isaac beeline for the candy
So
bar.
I want to.
Dum-dums only.
I want to
That's
go
alright.
into the astral plane to look at these bells.
Okay, so you enter into the astral plane, and there will be somebody sitting behind the counter, kind of like writing away on a little astral notepad. And they see you, and they look up, and they say, "Oh, hello, welcome."
Hi. I noticed that we're to ring a bell here.
Yes, you are. So you are here for the blue relic, correct?
Yes. What are your pronouns?
They, them.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yes, I'm here for the artifact.
Great. Well, I must be honest with you. This is a test. So, you have to ring one of these bells, and something will happen. I cannot tell you what, but all of the results of these bells will be different, but will still lead you to where you need to go.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for your help. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to snap back to my body and relate the information to the team. Guys, there's a receptionist in the astral plane that said that we can ring any bell and it'll take us to the artifact, but each one has a different outcome.
And the bells are still visible to us, not in the astral plane. Is that correct?
Right. Yes.
Third.
Are they all the same?
They are the exact same looking.
Okay.
I want to get really
One on the
close
left,
and
in the
inspect
middle,
them
and
to
the
see
right.
if they look exactly the same.
Molecularly, they are identical. You get really close.
How did this happen? We're breaking physics.
So Angelo will just walk up to the desk and pick up the middle one and feel the weight of it.
Okay, Google's bell weight.
So
That's
it
what we
feels
do. We
normal.
do it
It's not
live,
like
baby.
the burden of the world is held in this bell.
Okay, so it's about 3.3 inches by 2.3 inches, and it's about 110 grams.
Okay, perfect.
Thank you for putting it in grams. For
Why are you
me.
mixing? Why are you mixing inches with?
That's what the Amazon listing said.
Can you please give it to us in
What's that in
newtons?
freedom
What is it
units?
in newtons?
Science man is very mad.
Google, show me this guy's bells.
I'm gonna look back at the team and be like, guys, I'm gonna just ring this bell.
The middle
then,
bell?
Unless everyone has an
Middle bell?
objection.
You're gonna go for the? You're a middle bell guy?
Yeah, I'm a middle bell guy.
I think all lead to the same.
Well, hold on, is Isaac asking me that or?
No, me.
Oh,
Green
gotcha.
person playing this game with you. I'm asking you're a middle bell person? That's crazy.
It does say there's a sign, right? It says ring 1.
There's a sign that says ring 1.
Well, maybe it just means the first one. Maybe it's a bit of a riddle.
Maybe it means put a ring on it. Anyone got any rings?
Okay, let's all... No. I have no ring.
All right then, and I'm gonna just give it a sturdy ring-a-ding-ding.
Okay, so you ring the middle bell. Dozens of panels slide down on the walls, revealing vents. Within a couple of moments, a visible green gas begins to pour into the room. You all begin to get drowsy, inhaling the gas as it begins to knock you out. You all drop to the ground. And then a few moments later, at least in your own mind, you awake in the astral plane. All of you can see one another, and you are all inside the astral plane. In front of you, there are 4 doors with a swirling, misty text above each one that says, "Choose. Each trial must be passed to get the treasure you seek." And each door has a different color representation. There is blue, green, black, and red.
Well, shall we go in the order that we first found the stones? Shall we attempt the green door first?
What is the clue again?
So just above the door it says, "Choose. Each trial must be passed to get the treasure you seek."
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Is
yeah.
there any
so let's
indicator of
just
what these trials may be?
start with green
Well-
in the order of towers that we're going?
If you were to approach a door, if any of you approach one of these sort of doors with this light outline, visually appearing on like the sort of the form of the door is a thumbnail of sorts. Like you're seeing what is on the other side, but it's just a static image. Is there one in
I
particular?
thought you meant a
that you'd like to
physical
look through
thumbnail.
first?
I was deeply confused.
Right. Just
That's my own fault. I'm not content brained. That's wrong
Like
with
a
me.
like a YouTube thumbnail.
Jesse and Wyatt's body would have walked up to the blue one because we're in the blue tower, and he's.
Are
just
you
kinda-
Jesse right now? Did you
Yep.
roll or did you? Oh, okay.
Yep.
Cool. Established.
Yeah.
So approaching the blue door, you see the back of George's head, and he is standing on a stage in front of an audience.
I want to approach the green door to look at that thumbnail.
Approaching the green door, you see what appears to be a teenager's bedroom adorned with posters of musicians and things that teenagers are into.
Check the black door.
Okay, and if you check the black door, you see the Gunchpot.
Intriguing. The Gunchpot appears behind this door. What appears behind the others? And I assume you guys relay.
This appears to be some kind of kid's bedroom.
George, I think this is your door because I see the back of your head, and there's like a weird stage. I don't know what that's about.
Another chance to entreat with the Gunchpot has me intrigued, but I'll stand behind my door, the blue door. Isaac, would you check the red door?
Yeah, I can do that.
So if Isaac approaches the red door, you see
What appears to be a boy, though you can't make out any details.
on a slab surrounded by cultists.
All right, well,
This one's
Who's-
scary. I don't know what's in this one.
Well, Wyatt should handle the scary one, George will say, but...
I don't know if we can go in here all together or if it's just we have to go in each one individually.
From
You
what
know what I mean?
Wyatt remembers, you guys had to go through the doors individually. So
Well,
it makes sense.
we'll
that
have to
that
we'll have to
would
have
sit here.
send someone first, but I'd like to try and get everyone into one door first. It seems that the most innocuous one is the teenage bedroom. Maybe Isaac, we should have you just head into there. Perhaps you can. We'll follow you in just in case there's.
Okay. Yeah, so let's try the green door first then.
Okay, I would like, if Isaac approaches the green door, I would like Isaac to roll wit.
Aye, Captain.
Unless it's Jude's bedroom, and then you would just say it, right?
Is it Jude's bedroom?
Yeah, it is.
Isaac would recognize it. Is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Bang! Been assassinated.
If it makes you
You're
feel
done.
any better, I rolled 2 6s.
Yeah, so you
Cut that.
you
Cut all that.
you immediately clock it. Like you immediately clock that it's Jude's bedroom. Beyond that, you get an eerie feeling.
That's Jude's room, but it's weird. Something's not right about it. I don't know what.
Well, let's check it out. We're right behind you.
Okay.
Okay. Are you going to enter?
Yeah, Isaac will.
Okay, so you enter. As soon as you enter, you cross the threshold, the entire astral plane around you shifts and transitions into the scene, bringing all of you with it. So, you are now all standing in Jude's bedroom, and you see Jude on the bed crying. She hasn't noticed you yet.
Jude, I've been looking for you.
As soon as you say her name, she's shocked, she's startled, and she freezes. She looks at you, and you see her expression change from one of just pity and sadness, and it immediately shifts to rage. And she's going to basically scream at you, "You're not supposed to be here! You are the reason this is all happening! If you had stayed dead, we would have gotten everything. We would have gotten the ice cream. I wouldn't be trapped in this damn place. But no, you just had to do what you do, and you turned this into your story when it was supposed to be my victory!" Just getting more and more and more irritated as she looks at you.
Well,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jude. I don't know what you mean. I don't know what you want me to do. Just I'll do it. I didn't put any bugs in here. I didn't do anything. I don't know. Jude, I'm so sorry, Jude. I don't know what do I do?
I don't want you to be sorry. I don't want you to be here at all. And who are these? Who are these friends of yours? What, you picked up some more people and you're gonna fuck them too?
Jude,
hi, I'm Angelo, and I don't fuck kids.
none of us do. Jude, we've been looking
Good.
for you.
It did have to be
Jude,
said. It had
Jude,
just,
Isaac
yeah.
has gone to the ends of this plane searching for you. Please.
Yeah, your brother's been looking for you. He went into the Guncheon because of you, Jude. So we can all get out of here. We're just trying to get out of the Guncheon too.
Try and connect with her. Like, she's speaking like cultist things, right? She's upset that the ritual didn't go right. So I'd kind of like to proselytize, maybe, or just be like, look, the future Gunchpot promised is not here, but we do have another future that we can secure. Perhaps something even better than the ice cream we were promised. Look, we just need to get through here. We require something of this area. There's some resolution, some trial we must take. Do you know anything of this?
I am the trial. Because he's not supposed to be here. My punishment for failure is being his resolution. And as she kind of speaks, she's somber once again, sort of gaining some acceptance of the situation as she's speaking it to you. And her body kind of begins to convulse and bulge in certain parts as she speaks. But if what I did to him is the reason why he's still alive to begin with, if he can't be killed, then my pleasure is going to be killing him over and over and over again. As from her palm, her fingers, like this, split down the arm. And both of her arms do it. Like General Grievous, you know? How he he has like 4 arms, so her arms do that, and they're just being held together by the veins of her endocrine system.
That's
and
gross.
the same thing happens to her other arm and her legs, and then even beyond that, her head separates from her neck and begins to lift off, her spine wiggling and contorting in the air, her face turning upside down while her head maintains its position.
That's not Jude, Isaac. I don't think
no
that's Jude.
shit.
Yeah, I've seen enough.
Yes,
Wyatt,
it would
shoot
have put his.
Yeah, I think we're gonna
Wyatt's body would have been in between Isaac and fake Jude at this point.
shoot him, Wyatt. Shoot it.
Shoot it, Jesse.
It's not Wyatt.
All of you are gonna take a D20 of sanity from this horror.
Come on, I've seen worse shit than this on the
You said
fucking
horror.
news.
Haha, wrong word.
Wrong word.
Alrighty.
Is this sanity again?
Yeah.
What is sanity?
And how much do I take for that? I mean, that was a good. No, you crushed that. That was stepped away from the mic
good, yeah.
so that you didn't blow out our eardrums as well. That was appreciated. That was.
This guy's a professional.
I was scared.
That's
I'm,
what that is.
I'm upset. I'm upset. I won't lie. I'm upset.
Every time Isaac gets yelled at, it warrants the child endangerment tag.
All right, that's a 5er
17
5
for me.
sanity.
from Jesse's, right? Because he's active right now.
Yes,
He's-
from
Yeah,
Jesse's.
Jesse,
Alright,
are you
cool.
gonna shoot
'Cause-
this thing?
Yeah, I guess how do we don't do you know that we're like looking to you, calling you Wyatt? We're like, Wyatt, shoot, and
So-
we haven't been clear that Jesse's here yet. He hasn't like announced himself. He doesn't know, right?
If you take a beat to like look at Wyatt's body, you can see his hands are like visibly shaking right now. Whereas normally in a situation like this, he would be acting.
Yeah.
Wyatt's body's just basically his hands out like this, like just in between the two of them. It's just like shaking. Nothing's happening.
Yeah.
All right, I think we lost Wyatt. So I'm gonna pull out my taser and shoot Jude.
Switchblade,
Okay.
I guess. Wrong hand.
So
but...
this is transparent. We're back in combat. So
All right. See you in 3 hours.
I'd just like to stress to try and convince Isaac that this isn't Jude. That's gonna be tough. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. Does Jude normally do this?
No, she doesn't normally have 4 arms, but sometimes she is this mad at me.
Your voice mod is not on.
That was real Isaac boy voice because we're in the astral plane, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
yes, you are correct.
Yeah,
So you were right.
Do I even have my knife?
I'm gonna.
Question.
Earlier I spoke within the robot voice, and I would be happy to re-record what I said later
No, it's okay.
and send that to you.
Don't worry about continuity. It's not your job.
Fair enough.
But yes, you are in the astral plane, and you don't have weapons.
So they would actually see Jesse at this point,
Oh,
right?
damn it.
Not
I
Wyatt?
don't have my taser.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, you probably would see Jesse's.
Who is
soul.
this guy?
Okay, so now it makes sense as to why Wyatt wasn't doing anything, because
Yeah.
you
it's
see
a different
literally
guy.
a 17-year-old kid who like has like shoulder length sandy blonde hair. Well, I don't know if they're colors in the fucking astral plane, but whatever. And he looks like he's about to like shit himself at the fact that this woman now has 4 arms and is flailing towards him. He's like frozen in fear.
All right, I think it's time to act. I think we're going to try and just crush this eldritch monstrosity before us. I mean, if possible.
Yeah, and I want to look around the room for any kind of improvised weapon I can use.
Yeah, so scattered across the room, Jude in her room has, again, she has like a bunch of kind of teenage stuff, posters all over the place, but it seems like she's really into music, and you see she has a guitar in the corner. She also has a sports bat. If Jude played a sport, what sport would it be?
Softball.
It would be softball. Yeah, that is true.
Oh,
Yeah, she has,
people
so
are
there's
nasty.
a guitar, there's a bat.
She's also a lesbian, but that's a secret for later. Just kidding, it's not true at all. She canonically has a boyfriend. I just wanted to say that.
For who? For what?
Stereotypes?
Me. I
Okay.
like making all of my characters gay. And yeah, I played softball and I am gay. So you know what? It's okay to be a stereotype sometimes.
Hey, softball's fun though, damn it. Like, let's not disparage softball, okay?
Speak, preach, talk
Where
to
does
him.
Isaac? Where does Jude keep her 50 cal?
50 calories?
How do you know what that is, Isaac?
She's got fiber 1 bars in her drawer.
That's the most deadliest weapon in the astral.
Actually, wait a minute. Hold
Fiber.
on. My brain. Okay, wait. Let's fight. Let's do it. Let's do fighting.
Is it an acoustic or electric guitar?
I'd like to think that it is an electric.
All right, I'm definitely
got
going
an
for the
amp, too.
electric guitar.
Play it.
Okay.
You're just laying down sick background music for our fight.
They're playing.
What's that one really hard one? Through Flame and something?
Yeah.
Through Fire and
Fire and
Flames.
Yeah.
No, you have to. Now you have to create it. Now it has to be.
We're going to call the guitar an improvised club, which is going to do 1 damage and give you a bonus die. And this is, because this is her bedroom, pretty much the entirety of this room is going to be engaged range. So you are all, like, within very close distance.
Hitting someone in the mouth range.
Yes, hitting somebody in the mouth range.
You said in +1 die to attack?
Yes.
Okay.
Wouldn't be surprised if Isaac pulled out the gat, though. Astral gat.
Yeah, well, if no one else is going to act, then I'm going to take my improvised club and swing it at Jude's head.
You can grab it,
Yeah.
and you can go for the hit. Okay, so roll for attack. You are going to roll for strength.
Oh, crap. Not very strong.
Dude, the sound design on this is going to be so good. I might have to bust open Left 4 Dead 2 and get the guitar
Oh,
sound.
yeah.
Because it's so good. It's just
It's
the best
so
one
good.
out there.
Yeah.
I got 1 hit.
Okay, so that's just going to be 1 damage. I think Jude is just going to take this hit. So that's what I chose before you rolled. Jude is just going to take this hit. So you go in for the swing, the fat end of the axe. That's guitar. If in cool. And you crack contact with her head, and what is her spine still connected to her neck shaft just flies off, but there is still veins that are connecting the two, and it just sort of makes contact. Her head flies away, but then kind of ricochets back into place. But she does take a damage.
Hit it, George!
Others.
George steps back for a moment and he nods his head down in prayer and is going to pray for aid from the Gunchpot. He's going to Noah, I don't know, visually on the outside, I assume tattoo glowing. Is this possible in this in the astral plane as well?
I didn't specify that it wasn't. So
here he goes. So he says, pray for aid, and a black lab appears. A purple bandana, and yeah.
Okay. So to summon this, you're going to take a D10 of sanity.
D10, you say, other than what it said. And so did not what it said when you first, not the D4. Oh, I see. Okay. I had intended the smallest size.
Okay.
Wrong dog
Someone
type.
Like a Yorkie.
But a mean-ass looking one. Like, I'm
That's
talking
all of them?
I'm talking
Yorkie is crazy.
I'm talking dirty. Okay.
I think with
Missing
that
a tooth.
scale, you could
Like a
probably,
stray
you could probably get
Yorkie.
up to like you could probably get up to like a big pug or like a small English bulldog.
Is
A
he,
Yankee
restricted
But
to-
whichever kind it is, it's like looking
One from the
mean.
mean streets of New York.
And it's like missing a
Okay.
tooth, but that makes it
Yeah.
twice as ferocious, you know? Like, it's not... What it lacks in sharpness of features, it makes up for just anger and rage. And yeah,
Okay.
so he steps back and he solemnly prays, and he says, this manifold is a creation, and it can be altered all the same. And I don't know, what is it? Is there a window to Jude's
Not
room?
in the room.
To
Not in the room.
Jude's room? Okay. Is there like a closet or something? There has to be like some door. There's no doorway at all or anything? Under the bed,
There's
then.
a closet. There's a
Oh,
closet.
okay.
There-
Then from the
there's a closet
closet-
or like under the bed.
There's like some scratching at the door of the closet, and George opens the closet door, and there it is. And there it is. And
Yeah.
it leads out
Okay. So
there.
I think you summoned a on the smaller side English bulldog with that snaggle tooth, and he's kind of got that mean look on him.
Seems like
And
he would have a
I'm
New
gonna
York
I'm gonna
accent.
I'm gonna say
Can't
for
wait for the art.
this turn, like that was your action.
Yeah.
But the creature will
Get him,
still
Leonard.
be able to perform an action. So are you just calling for it to
Yeah.
sick him?
Sick him, Leonard! Yeah, that's what he says.
And he's gonna go up and he's gonna see like the bone sticking out of Jude's split legs and is like, that's mine. To go try to yoink one of those legs, which you are still going to roll agility for.
You want to use my agility for this? Could I argue that I use like some kind of mental stat because it has to do with my
You could
ability
argue
to
that
create?
if you wanted to use your wit
Sounds great. I
or
do.
your empathy. To,
They
like,
are the same.
Connect with the creature.
My wit and empathy are the same, so I'm cool with either of those.
Min-maxer.
Yeah, no, not a min-maxer, because I would be if I. Can I push this roll?
Yes.
Push it, Leonard. Get in there. Make it happen. 2 successes.
Okay.
More
So
importantly, did he lose any sanity?
I did. I lose 2.
Oh, you lost the sanity, not the dog. Okay.
controlling another being it takes a toll. So you
For some.
command Leonard is what we're calling. it,
Yeah, has a
to
tag
go
on it
get
that
him.
says Leonard.
And yeah, he's going to grab on to this leg of Jude's, and he's going to like grab it by the bone and kind of begin to pull it away, and it's gonna hurt.
Big
So
zero
true.
damage. Big zero
So
damage
true.
on that one.
It's gonna hurt.
And then does Wyatt or Isaac want to do something, or does Jesse or Isaac want to do something?
So there is a little wrinkle in this. One of the things is for Jesse is that he doesn't access the astral plane, and I realized like I just gave a descriptor of it and set this whole thing up. So we're gonna ignore it for this part of it, and
Jesse is still there. So
is, yeah. Okay.
Jesse does not know how to access the astral plane, but
Oh, he
through
can still
the vessel,
be-
through the vessel
Okay.
that is Wyatt, who's consumed the goo. It still functions properly.
got it. Okay, because I just noticed it on my sheet, and I was like,
Yeah.
ah. Okay, well, it's funny because the timer switched just now, so. It's at that point seeing Angelo and George do something, just kind of like snaps into it and runs towards the bat that's there, the softball bat. And as he picks that up, you see as soon as his hand grips it, it immediately shifts into what you folks know as Wyatt. And he just grabs the bat and then just does like a backhanded reverse swing to try and like take the Jude's or not Jude's head off.
Okay, so in this moment, first, as soon as you snap back, you look at this thing, D10.
D10.
D10 of sanity. As soon as you get a look on it.
Okay, that's a 3.
Okay, so you take 3 sanity damage. You're like, ah! But
Yeah.
action, business time.
Yep. All right,
So you
that's-
grab the bat, which is going to give you a +2 dice to your roll,
Okay.
and it's 1 damage. So, but you get 2 additional dice when you are going to go for your strength roll.
Strength. Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. So that's 6 normal, and then you said 2 additional.
And again, Jude is taking all of these hits. They are not
Yes.
they are not giving up their turn.
He is swinging. All right, so it's I'm gonna push, but you can't. You keep the 6s or the 1s, right? And you push everything else.
You
is
keep
that
the
what it
6s
is?
and the
Yes.
1s.
And the 1s, but you push everything else. Okay. Okay. Can there be a third push, or is that
No.
No. Okay. 2 successes, 3 failures. 2 6s,
Okay.
3 1s.
So you just take the 1s in insanity damage. But you said you got 2 6s?
Yes.
So that is going to deal 2 damage. So again, Wyatt immediately snaps back and is like, business time, and goes for another swing. Like literally, and combat is only within a couple seconds. So within the same few seconds, gets hit by the guitar, and then as it's snapping back, boom, back with the bat, and the leg gets taken. It's like just completely this like Team Avengers style cinematic moment is happening where you're all just absolutely going to town. I'd like to
wait to
think
see
you
that
kind
in
of like
post.
not only because it's a threat and it's really scary and it's dangerous, but also because she yelled at Isaac. Speaking of Isaac, are you doing anything here?
Yes. Isaac has been crying since the moment Jude yelled at him. He is 10. I have 2 questions for the Gunchmaster. My first question being, it's my headcanon that Jude is a bit of a stoner. Is that your headcanon?
Could be.
All right.
You made the character, so I'm not gonna argue.
It's true. She either weed or cigarettes, whatever, but that fits in line with her alternative personality that I created. So my second question is, does Astroplay and Isaac get to keep the inventory that he had previously?
Nobody else has any of their stuff, so Isaac
All right.
doesn't have any of his stuff either.
Okay, so can Isaac look around the room for anything that may be helpful? He also, if you take something out of the astral plane, do you get to keep it in the real world?
I mean, that's going to be something you have to test.
Heard. Isaac would like to take a lighter and steal it.
Okay, you take a lighter.
Hell yeah.
You can definitely know where her lighter is. I guess I would also say just roll an agility, just for the sake of trying to maneuver around her.
Fair enough.
But I'd say you probably know in the room where it is, because you snoop in here and you're releasing bugs and stuff.
We're trying to get your bugs back,
Yeah.
I didn't mean
Sometimes it's on accident too, so he's freaking out. He's scrambling to find the bug and bring it back. He's like, I did it yesterday, I can't do it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I guess I don't know what Isaac is doing. Could he look around for anything of any sort of additional usage?
Gold.
Gold doubloons.
I've got 3 3s. Does that add up to a 6 or what?
Nar.
God damn it, this economy. 1 6. Let's go.
Yeah. Okay. So you managed to kind of dodge and weave through your clouded vision, covered in tears streaming down your face. You do manage to get to her lighter and find it, and that's gonna be your turn.
Great. Am I behind her? I just want to know where I am in.
Yeah, I'd say you're
her.
you're probably on the right side of her bed, over by the dresser and stuff over there.
Good.
Say closet on the left, dresser on the right. So then you're over maybe she hides it in her sock drawer or something.
That'd be where I hide it.
Yeah, cool. All right. So it is now her turn. So she is going to simultaneously attack Isaac and Angelo. She's going to outstretch both of her arms and just go for an extendo limb Gundam punch. So both of you. I guess we'll do Isaac first. Roll. Are you going to take this hit or are you going to try to dodge?
I would love to dodge.
Okay.
What are the consequences of dodging?
Sorry. Yeah. So sorry. The not dodge, but you can either choose to take the hit or fight back. So if you fight back and win, you attack me, I take damage. If you fight back and lose, you take the damage. Or if we neutral, or if we tie, it's just a neutral. But if you do fight back, you forfeit your next turn.
Okay, and what do you roll for that?
You still would roll strength, and then I'm rolling opposed strength to
Let
you.
me look at my stats before I make this choice. Ooh, it's not good.
Yeah.
I think I'll just take the hit.
Okay, so you are going to... How many strength do you have?
I have 2 strength.
Okay.
Not very strong.
You're gonna take 1 damage.
Select.
And then same thing to Angelo. Is Angelo going to
I'm
fight
gonna
back
fight back.
or take that? Okay. So what is your strength?
2.
Okay. So we're just both gonna roll
Get him,
some die.
Angelo.
I didn't get anything.
Nothing?
No.
Neither did I. Okay.
Oh.
So you just managed to dodge that attack, but you do lose your next turn. So we are going to go straight to Wyatt or George.
It's George first, then Wyatt.
Yeah, you just caught.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what about Leonard?
Leonard's still running around.
Add him to the counter, or do you want me to manipulate him with my mind?
I think he technically goes after you. I've added him to the queue. Your action was to manipulate him. If you want him to do something, you have to take your turn to manipulate him.
Okay, so it doesn't.
He's
Okay, so it
got
doesn't.
the leg still.
Doesn't give me any extra ability or anything.
Nar.
Send him then.
I mean, he's doing what he's doing.
Then yeah, in any part of that, then maybe it in some ways modifies Leonard a little bit. So you just notice he the tail sort of whereas before it kind of seemed ill-defined or not very clear. Leonard is becoming a little more shapely and more dog-like. Before it was just 4-legged mammal, and now it's coming into form as some kind of dog with a gray coat. Whereas before it was or a charcoal gray, darker coat as opposed to a gray blurriness. And he's Leonard, sick him. Good, get him. Yeah.
Okay.
Same rolls before. Wits on
Yes.
the wits or
I believe we did empathy.
Okay.
Just for my sake. So, which in this instance, she's going to fight back.
She's gonna fight back. Okay.
Yes.
I've got 2 successes. It was a 5. That's
And
a 5.
how many
die.
5? She got 2 successes as well.
I got 3 successes.
Oh, you got 3. Okay. Then,
No, I didn't.
Yes.
I'm lying. No, I'm totally lying.
Okay.
I'm so lying. I just lied. Wow.
It
Okay.
was so
I just thought I
funny.
misunderstood.
It was really obviously a lie. I'm sorry.
misheard.
I'm sorry. I will say
I was like, no way he gets away with this. This is crazy.
it is tough when they've got the same stat that we
Yes. So I will say Leonard just kind of goes on the leg.
Leonard, use the
that's
use
it.
the sharp tooth. Use the sharp tooth, Leonard.
It's just the one.
Why?
If there's just one.
Wyatt's
it's a
swinging for the
bottom tooth.
fences.
It's hard to get it in there.
All right, going for another swang. And again, Jude is fighting back, so we were rolling opposed this time.
He would hope that she would. This time, though, he's trying to interject his body in between, or his astral self between Isaac and Jude. Like,
Okay.
every time she moves, he's like in her face about it.
Yeah, I think that's totally fair. And you have 7 die?
I have 6 strength, and then there's 2 more, which makes 8 total.
Okay, so 8. Okay.
Fuck yeah, that's 3 successes.
I got 2. So she will take the 2 damage. So what do? You give me the...
So she moves out of his area of opportunity, so he's just gonna like see that, and just as he's running, just swing as hard as he can at her, and make sure that when he like kind of does a sliding attack in that way to
And are you swinging for the head again? Or are you going for like torso, leg, arm?
Torso this time, kind of like trying to like knock her off like from position.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's kind of like
when you go in for that big swing, the torso goes flying and it kind of pulls the rest of these like floating limbs along with it towards more of that closet, that left side of the room, and that is going to give Isaac some more freedom on the right side. So now it is going to be Isaac's go. And you can't really tell because this is a horrifying death monster, but you think you've been getting some good hits in here.
Is she normal size?
Yeah,
I
sure.
know she got 4 arms now.
Her proportions are correct, but all of her limbs are also like spread out. So she's very like thin and like gangly, like stretched as far as the human body can anatomically allow for.
Isaac is going to try to throw the comforter over her head to like blind her.
Okay. Let's do an agility. I think you just do an agility roll there, and I'm gonna roll opposed. So what is that?
I can't even do a Tarzan. That's crazy. It's 5. Okay.
Okay.
Can I push this?
Yeah.
Or no? You can?
Yep.
2 6s.
All right, I only got the 1. So yeah, so you fling her comforter over her, and because the distribution of her body is really like all over the place, it actually does manage to like weigh down some of these limbs that are kind of only they're floating from whatever indeterminate source, but the support structure are her blood vessels. So the weight of the blanket does sort of pull them down, and she's going to have a struggle trying to get them off. Not only does she not have a turn this turn, but she's going to need to take that time to then pull it off. So going back to Angelo, you're going to have an opportunity here to have some follow-up. I think because you fought back, you're supposed to lose your turn, but now that she's covered, I'm going to say that you have this opportunity.
Okay, then I'm gonna swing at her again with my guitar.
Okay, just swinging at the mass, and yeah, she's not going to fight back. She's going to take this.
This poor guitar.
And Angelo had already lost a turn as well.
Okay.
Nothing.
Okay, so you just managed to like hit one of the portions of it where like you don't know where it is, so you like kind of swing a little low, and it just cuts through the legs where there's nothing there. And then back to George.
So would you say George is like unseen by her at this?
Yes, I would.
I have +2 agility when it comes to ambushing. Do you think that applies here?
Sure.
Then yeah, I'm gonna try that. So I'm just gonna try and get in. I don't have my knife. You said there's nothing, but I'm just gonna get in there with my astral fists and kick ass. Let's do it. Did she get pulled off of the bed, like slid off of the bed?
So she's not been on the bed. She's been sort of ahead.
Then I'm jumping up. I'm gonna try and just jump on her with probably with my feet.
Elbow? Okay.
Probably with my feet.
Okay.
Probably not. I'm not like a wrestler, but I'm just gonna try and jump on her. Goomba stomp. Here we go.
Fucking Goomba stomp.
Let's push it. That's 2 successes, but I want to push it. Let's see if I can get a couple more. Let's see if I can make this happen. 3 successes. 6, 6, 6.
Whoa. Okay. So you get up and you do like a power kick with all your astral body can allow for. And as you do, you make contact with her torso, and the lump of flesh that is the torso sort of kicks the backside of the comforter, and the entire mass goes with it and goes down and just flops onto the bed and is underneath the sheets, unmoving and unresponsive.
And we probably saved some sanity for watching that death throw because we can't see it unless it screams and says something.
No response. The room falls silent.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep jumping.
Yeah, Wyatt's gonna just
I think we got
keep
it.
hammering with
After a while, after a couple seconds, a couple more rounds.
I'm gonna need, if you guys are going to like go a little bit ham, Isaac
sobbing.
is going to take a sanity hit from that. I think Isaac got to take a D4 at least. Watching you, Jude, still under a blanket, get curb stomped.
Just get curb stomped.
I'm comforted by my friends coming to my defense, and like it's like proof that I had always hoped that they liked me enough to like be emotionally invested in my own stuff. But at the same time, you are stomping on the corpse of my sister, real or not. That's gonna be a 4.
Okay, so you're gonna take the 4 HP.
The full 4. The full 4 is
Are we just stuck here? Or are we still in this?
You are in the room. Is there anything else that you'd like to do?
I'd like You call Leonard over and get
Loot that room.
Like, yeah, you could will over Leonard. Leonard like kind of sniffs the blanket and just goes,
Nice job.
Pisses on it.
He says
Not
that too. He
in-
can speak. He can. No, he can't. That's I
canon,
didn't
he
mention it.
speaks.
He actually can. He doesn't say much, but he can. I was gonna give him a
But he
human
takes
mouth,
a
but I
fat
realized
piss on her.
I already like gave him. But yeah, good work, Leonard. And he says thanks, and then he's gone.
yeah, dissipates. And
He goes back
later
into the
mentions-
closet.
Anything
He goes-
lootable in this room?
well, so you took the lighter.
I did.
And at this point, you feel the trial is over, and you can will yourself to leave at any time. But if there is anything that you'd kind of like to snoop around for, if you'd like to look at the body, if you'd like to inspect anything else in the room, you may do so.
Isaac is going to go over to her dresser and take the photo that she has of her and her mom and dad.
Okay, is that
Isaac
it?
is
You guys
not
think-
in the photo.
Any posters
Wyatt's
of a good
taking the
band?
bat.
Any posters of a good band?
Oh yeah, I mean she's got like Skinner, Metallica, like AC/DC, that kind of those vibes.
Is there a CD player that was playing the whole time?
Sticks, not canonically, but there is definitely
There's now.
non-diegetic music.
Okay. I think there's nothing more for us here, gentlemen. I think we need to go.
Yeah.
Then just like re-entering your body from the astral plane, you will yourself back to the room you were in before. And Isaac, as you're holding this photo, as the room begins to swirl around you and return back to this sort of lobby trial area that you were first standing at the doors for, the picture in your hands begins to fade away.
Also, I don't have my guitar anymore either.
No, all the weapons that you were carrying are also gone, and by
That's
association,
bullshit.
the lighter that I grabbed was also gone.
All right, well, that wasn't too bad. Ready to go into the next
Speak
room?
for yourself. That was horrific.
And now you are back. The green door is gone.
My
Only
arm is
remaining
gone
is the
again.
blue, the red, and the black. Exit the Guncheon is a Gunchpot production, starring Ryan as George Conway, Amissus as Isaac, MeesterE as Wyatt Harding, and Jeremiah Jackson as Angelo. Special guest Jarryd returning from Season 1 to play Leonard the Dog. And me, the Guncheon Master himself, who wrote, voiced NPCs, edited, and brought you to the Guncheon. Theme song by Austen Reno, key art by Amissus. Additional sound effects and music from MeesterE. Thank you everybody for watching, and of course, as always, see you next time.